The National Council for Civic Education, in partnership with UNICEF and the United Nations Partnership on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, is continuing its regional learning forums aimed at enhancing disability rights across the Gambia. These forums bring together key stakeholders to address the challenges faced by persons with disabilities and ensure the full implementation of the Persons with Disabilities Act. The initiative emphasizes a multi-sectoral approach, promoting collaboration, knowledge sharing, and capacity building among government agencies, civil society organizations, organizations of persons with disabilities, community leaders, and other vital partners. While the 2021 Act marks an important step towards inclusion and protection of people with disabilities in the Gambian society, its implementation has faced challenges such as insufficient resource allocation, limited awareness, and a lack of capacity among stakeholders to enforce its provisions effectively.
We are actually reflecting on how far with the journey of inclusion of persons with disability in the country. After getting the convention ratified, domesticating it to get the 2021 Persons with Disability Act. Now, 2021 to date, how far have we gone in terms of implementation? Individual institutions, us the persons with disability, how do we see? Do we see any changes in terms of how our rights have been respected, or we think there is still more room for improvement? There are a lot of challenges or gaps. So this discussion actually is going to give us that opportunity to make a reflection, identify some of those problems, and together we can provide solutions. What do we need to do going forward to make sure that persons with disability actually take up their rightful positions in national development?
Persons with disabilities continue to encounter significant barriers in accessing education, employment, healthcare, and other essential services. Stigma and discrimination persist, leading to social exclusion and limiting their participation in public life. However, UNICEF, a key partner in this initiative, strongly believes that every child, regardless of ability, should have the opportunity to thrive.
At UNICEF, we firmly believe that every child, regardless of their ability, deserves the opportunity to thrive, to be heard, and to participate fully in their communities. Yet children with disabilities continue to face barriers to education, healthcare, and social inclusion. These challenges are even more pronounced in rural areas where access to essential services remains very limited. Today's gathering highlights the importance of collaboration in addressing these barriers. It's also a call to action for all of us, the government agencies, civil societies, development partners, and community leaders, to champion the rights of children with disabilities and ensure that they are not left behind.
Magistrate Mohamed Krubali, president of the Gambia Federation of the Disabled, emphasized that achieving equality in disability rights requires a collective effort. He called for all hands on deck to make this vision a reality.
Courtesy of National Council for Civic Education for coming up with this brilliant subject. Quite apart from that, this particular theme and convergence is of course in line first with the principles of Persons with Disabilities Act 2021 and of course the CRPD, which is full and effective participation and inclusion of persons with disabilities in all sectors of life. Non-discrimination, respect for individual autonomy, inherent dignity, including freedom to make a choice, and independence of persons with disabilities. And of course, equality between men and women, respect for difference and acceptance of persons with disabilities as part of humanity and human diversity, equality between men and women, respect for the evolving capacities of children, including respecting the rights of children with disabilities in order to preserve their identities.
The chief of Brikama North, who spoke on behalf of the governor, also urged respect for persons with disabilities and called for their inclusion in all aspects of society.
Lanjurtolu kuma bara society konole. Lanjurtolu society te baluno la njurto koma mo ya jaka tama be mo la njurto let anybody abe mo la njurto let dol na wuluta dol sto accident oto oto mo kane famo bonda kono mo kana jutila ala nyeto ni nyante to nyandam fangolo to binte be sirin jambi fasama me tarasirin pus kono who knows nobody knows fasama me do ko me tarasilo kan jamala long mo malong oto kanam fam fi sendit ngari member programme so dan serum last year serum ko ko la njurtol man selen non so pour que sele jang ya query jang afo jang ko ni ala kidita la man lundo fo de bar sankote nal mu dal albe sele albe pour sele la so la janne gouverneur kata adu ko ak jang tasal commandant al sula al kalamuta.
The learning forums are designed to create a space for sharing experiences and best practices in implementing disability-inclusive policies and programs. They aim to identify and tackle common challenges faced by persons with disabilities in different regions of the Gambia, develop innovative strategies to promote their rights and inclusion, and raise public awareness about the needs and rights of persons with disabilities. An important focus will also be to amplify the voices of persons with disabilities, particularly women and children, in decision-making processes.
Persons with disability have been suffering long ago. We have no that. We have no equal opportunity, no human right, no justice for us. This is why we're doing the forum to voice out our problem, for awareness raising, for the public and the stakeholders to understand the issue affecting us. Honestly, there are laws which have been signed, but no implementation. This is the main problem and the challenge we face in the country. There must be an implementation. Without an implementation, we will not have our human rights equally.
Memin dan na man sakunda bulu. Na bilo min be dendin santo. Mbe dan ro kala fanna la baake. Min satine se bilo yin jindina. Ko se bilo yin jital ameta jil hansani manko mamoy. Andung alsangel lonko lanjurtol man daha lanjurtol be bata kono hansani. Lanjurtol be sada da do la man sakunda ngan talu na because man saben dara ganna bi. Man sakunda ngan talu na na kol yal munti. Man sakunda ngan talu na ko na bata dal mu munti. So ninna bilobe danding amantara jiring mo talu na bata munti. Lanjurtol la tani na bata bije bake. Langutol sada dan la bata dule bake langutol kafo kono bata biye bake katung niaje ngafo ngajele andu nga akata nyalale nimmol benta kafo langutol alta koma andu mangan nakela.
Acknowledging the urgent need for improved dialogue and collaboration, the National Council for Civic Education, in partnership with UNICEF under the United Nations Partnership on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, will host a series of regional learning forums. These forums will play a vital role in promoting rights and inclusion of persons with disabilities in the Gambia by creating a platform for key stakeholders to engage in meaningful discussions, foster collaboration, and enhance knowledge sharing. Reporting for Kerfadu, I am Buba Gajigo.